Hi and welcome. This is just a little short video for anyone who wants to work through any tension through the wrists, the hands, the forearms, the shoulders and the neck. So perhaps you work in an office or you work with your hands, and then this is the video for you. Okay, so we'll begin by settling into the physical body. So it's important to find your foundation and allow your gaze to begin to turn inwards, finding and settling into the body. So we'll begin in Sukhasana, which is easy sitting pose. So the lower legs are crossed and you walk the heels out somewhere underneath the knees. So at any time, if you need to, you can prop and just place a blanket underneath your tailbone, tilt the pelvis forward and give yourself some length through the spine. We're going to settle into the physical body here. So allowing ourselves to arrive on the mat. Becoming aware now of your breath. So noticing the breath moving in and out gently and easily through the body. Just noticing the quality of the breath. And one more breath here. Good. And we'll begin bringing in some movement here. So we're going to begin by fingertipping the tops of the shoulders. We'll allow the tops of the shoulders to drop downwards towards the floor. So feeling the tops of the shoulders are weighted. At the same time, we're grounding down through the sit bones and finding a length upwards through the spine. So spine is lengthening, shoulders are moving downwards. Inhale and exhale here. We'll begin squeezing the shoulder blades together. So we're creating a little bit of opening here through the front of the chest. Draw the lower belly in to give your core a little bit of extra support as we squeeze the shoulder blades together, and still keep an eye on these shoulders, allow them to stay firmly grounded down. Inhale and exhale. Good. We'll begin lifting the elbows, taking the elbows up in line with the chest. And we'll allow the elbows to begin reaching forward towards each other. Good. Getting a little stretch now through the trapezius area. So still keeping the shoulder blades down the back, lengthening through the spine and letting the elbows reach towards each other. And exhale. On the inhale, we begin allowing the elbows to move upwards and point up towards the sky. Keeping that length through the spine, shoulders are rooted down. Inhale, draw the lower belly in, give yourself some support. And exhale here, keep the length through the neck. Inhale. Noticing the breath moving in and out of the ribs, underneath the armpits. One more breath here. Good. And then we'll begin to take the elbows out towards shoulder height. So still keeping the tops of the shoulders rooted downwards. Shoulder blades are squeezing back together. Inhale. And exhale, feeling that expansion through the front of the chest. Lengthening through the neck and the crown of the head. Inhale. And exhale here. One more deep breath, feeling the breath moving all the way downwards in the lower abdomen and into the ribs. And exhale. Good. We're going to drop the the elbows downwards towards the floor so let the elbows be heavy. And let the weight of the elbows draw the shoulder blades even further down, weighting them further down towards the floor. Still keeping that length up through the crown of the head, lengthening all sides of the neck. Good. We're rooted and grounded downwards here through the arms and through the shoulders. We're going to take 3 breaths here. And exhale. Good. Feeling that length through the spine. Feeling the space that you create on each exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Weighted and heavy shoulders. We're going to do one more breath here. And exhale. Lovely. And we're going to release the hands together. So taking the hands and interlocking the fingers, we can take the forearms together as well. Keep those shoulders away from the ears. So we're trying not to let any tension come in the shoulders right up towards the ears. We're keeping the length through the spine. And begin rotating into the wrists. So just noticing any tension that might be there, evident in the wrist as we come into these motions. If you're finding you're clicking and sticking and maybe a little bit of grinding through the wrist, slow the movement down. And then we'll go the opposite direction. So we're just warming up into this area. Taking nice and slow. We're just beginning to bring some love and some movement in here. Good. We're going to flip the hands, begin pressing the heel of the hands away from you. Keep the shoulder blades drawn back again. So we're not allowing the shoulders to move out of the socket and rounding into the back. We'll keep the shoulder blades drawn back, tops of the shoulders away from the ears. Heels of the hands are moving forward. We're going to take an inhale here. And on the exhale, we begin allowing the heels of the hands to reach upwards. Keeping that integrity through the shoulders and length through the spine. We're going to inhale. And exhale. Rooting down through the shoulder blades, keeping them weighted down the back, like you're tucking them into your back pocket. And exhale, we'll begin to allow the hands to move slowly down by the sides. Lovely. So from here, I'm going to bring a little movement into the neck. Now, if you have any issues around the neck area, I want you to be extra careful and just extra aware of any sensations that are coming up for you, and to know to move out at any time. So the heels of the hands are down on the floor. Let the shoulder blades drop down the back. Length through the spine. Inhale. And on the exhale, I'm going to drop my right ear over towards this right shoulder, keeping this nice length through the side of my left side of my neck. And exhale, noticing what's coming up here. Okay, and if you want to deepen, we can deepen a little by pressing the heel of this left hand away from me. So almost like I'm trying to press an invisible button on the left side of me here. So the heel of my hand is reaching towards something on the left side of me here. And I begin to allow this left hand to flow upwards. So noticing again what's happening here in my arm, in my forearm, in my wrist, in my neck. Staying with all the sensations that might be coming up for you as you allow the arm to float all the way up to shoulder height. And exhale. If at any time that gets too intense, you can drop that left wrist all the way back down to the floor. We're just going to spend one more breath here. And exhale, let the left hand float down to the floor. The head comes back to center. Good. We're going to take one breath here just to realign here at center. Lengthen through the crown. Draw the low belly in. And exhale. Lovely. So noticing any difference between the right side and the left side after that little movement there. So this time we're going to begin by drawing the chin in towards the chest and just letting this left ear move down towards the left shoulder. So keeping an integrity through the neck, not allowing it to jut forward, allowing it to the ear all the way down towards this left side. Now, not forcing or pushing, just a gentle opening here. And exhale. And if it feels good, then we can begin floating this right hand up. So remember, you're pushing and pressing through the heel of the hand. So again, you're pressing an invisible button too far, just out of your reach here on the right side. Can't quite reach it. And you'll begin floating that right arm up if it feels good for you. Noticing again what tension is being revealed here. So all we're doing here is revealing what tension is stored in these muscles. So if you are feeling any tension through the wrist or through the forearm, noticing that, noticing what's there, what's been building up. Taking a breath, staying with the sensations. One more breath here. And exhale. We can begin dropping the right hand down towards the floor, and it takes the head back to central. Again, recalibrate at center, take a breath, draw the low belly in, lengthen through the spine. Good, and we're going to now lift both heels of the hands, so we're still pressing those buttons, just out of our reach, and we'll allow the heels of the hands to float upwards. Taking the hands in line with the shoulders. Keep the tops of the shoulders downwards, so dropping them away from the ears and the length through the neck. Inhale. And exhale, and then we begin squeezing the shoulder blades together and gently allowing the little finger side of the hands to move back towards the back of the room. Good, inhale. Keep the low belly drawn in. And exhale, and we allow the heels of the hands to begin moving forward. Good, we're going to do that 3 more times. Inhale, sweep the arms open, keep energizing through the heels of the hands. Inhale, and exhale. So like Spider-Man, shooting his webs from the heels of his hands here. And exhale. Lovely. One more big deep breath. So peeling open through the front of the chest, through the pec muscles. And exhale back to center. Good, and we'll release the hands down here. So you might be feeling a little bit of tension. We'll shake that tension out. So just allow the hands to become floppy and let the tension shake all the way out. And then we'll flick. Again, we're flicking away any tension, any tightness, anything that's built up there in the hands. Shake, flick, shake, flick, shake, and flick. Good. And we'll begin sweeping the arms up overhead. So let the fingertips begin to rise up towards the sky. Inhale. We're rooting down through the sit bones as we lengthen up through the fingertips. And on the exhale, we begin to fold forward. So just allow the hands to come down to wherever they come to comfortably, but without lifting the sit bones off the floor. So if you find that your sit bones are beginning to lift, walk the hands a little bit further back towards you. Give yourself some more space, and then let the forearms come down towards the floor. Again, bowing the head if it's comfortable. If the neck doesn't allow, just keep the head elevated and lifted. Otherwise, we can begin releasing the head down towards the floor, taking 3 deep breaths here. And then noticing the breath traveling all the way down the back body. On the inhale, you're feeling the back body expand all the way into even the hips here. Into the lower back, down the rib cage. Expanding in between those ribs. And on the exhale, you might be finding some space and some softness and some release. We're going to take 3 more deep breaths. And exhale. You might be able to soften a little further into the pose on the exhale. If not, that's okay too. Just noticing whatever is happening here for you. Is there tension through the neck? Through the trapezius? Is there anything you can let go of on the exhale? Any further tension you can let go of? And exhale. Lovely. We're going to press into the hands, inhale. And on the exhale, begin to walk the fingertips back. So we're going to come into a seated upright position, but I want you to allow the head to remain bowed until you're almost upright, and then allow the head to stack last on top of the neck. Good. We're going to take the hands into heart. So just allowing the hands to rest here at heart. And we're going to take a lovely, nice, long, deep breath. Noticing what sensations are there in the body. Noticing how you might feel around the areas that were tense. Fantastic. So I hope that's helped to relieve any tension for you in those areas. And join me again for some more videos. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day.